delete that last statement from your records and from your words because it's kind of not fully true. Hi, and welcome to Zion's Hill. If you're new, I'm Zion, and welcome to my hill. I'm really trying to figure out if I want to do like that kind of voice on my intro, but we'll see. I kind of like it. Today, as our first like official video that's not like a getting to know me kind of video like our last video, we are talking about movies. I don't feel like I said it in the video from 2 weeks ago, but what I want this to be is basically, honestly, at some point I feel like this is really just going to turn into just like talking about movies and recapping movies and like what I thought about a movie and or TV shows, because I love both of those things, and that's just like what I love to talk about, and I don't have a lot of people to talk about it with, so here we are. So today's video, I'm gonna talk to you about some of my movies, some of my favorite movies. They're not like, I'm not going through this. I have some movies here. I'm gonna show you all of these I have bought. Well, maybe I didn't buy them. Like maybe my parents bought them, but some of these I did buy. So good for me. I'm gonna show you just some of my favorite movies. Tell you why I love this movie, and yeah, we're just gonna talk about it a little bit. Have a nice little movie talk about video for you. Okay, I don't really have much to say at this part, but we're going to continue, and then we're gonna continue talking. I'm just gonna get started and show you my first movie. Okay, so we're gonna start with my first movie. I love this movie very much. I have watched this movie tons of times. I lost the CD to this movie, no, the DVD to this movie, but I need to get it, but I have the case for it. We have Enchanted. I love Enchanted so much. I love the songs. I love a good movie that can have good songs. Like, it's rare sometimes movies, I feel like sometimes the movies, songs in movies take such a back pedal to the movie, because I mean, of course, songs aren't, the movie is not about the song. Well, some movies aren't about songs. Most movies are not about songs. So the movies, they take kind of like a back pedal or back, you know, they're not really talked about much. They're not like in the forefront of it. They're like maybe in the background of a scene. But like this movie, Enchanted, is one of a few of many that have songs in it. It's like they're singing the whole time, and I'm singing along with them, and we having just a grand old time singing the song. I remember watching this when I was little. This is like one of my childhood movies that I love. This is one of my childhood movies that I loved as well. I had so much fun listening. I feel like, I don't know, it was just like even, it's honestly, to me, it's crazy to think that this is a kid's movie, because as an adult, I'm like, this is a rom-com. This is a rom-com. I mean, how else do you expect me to look at this movie other than just being a kid rom-com? It was great. Acting was spectacular. I've never like watched a movie and try to look for like, oh no, this is kind of messed up, but sometimes I find myself doing and watching some movies. But then I've never done that this one, but like just watching, I'm like, this is a great movie. It's amazing. I love it. I don't know how else to say it. I love this movie so much. On to the next movie. We have The Wedding Day. I love The Wedding Day. It is such a good movie. First time I watched it, it was just like randomly, I was just like, why not? I like it. Why not? I like the actress. Why not? Just throw it in there and just watch it. Well, I watched it on Amazon Prime, so like, you know, it was free. I would just watch it. And watch it for the first time watching it, to me, it felt really fast paced. Like once we got into the movie, you know, all that stuff. Again, really good soundtrack. This is a movie where the songs weren't necessarily singing the songs, but the songs like, it's just like the montages, the way they put the songs were very, to me, it was a perfect song for each moment. It was just like perfect. We had Maroon 5, they had Michael Bublé in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure, like towards the end, and just like all the songs were perfect for the moments of which they played them, and it was just like a very well curated song list for the movie, in my opinion. It was just very well planned out. But to me, like with the movie, I love the movie so much, regardless. It was never gonna change that. But in watching the movie, I felt like it was very fast paced. It was like once we started the movie, it's kind of like we kind of just hit the ground running. It was like as soon as the movie started, it was like, okay, next after this, we get on the plane. Then we're going to the plane. We're in London. We're going to the store or restaurant. I actually don't know what that place was. We're going in with the family. We're meeting the family. Okay, now we're gonna go this, that, and third. It was very fast paced, which I kind of feel like it follows along with the movie a bit because the stuff was like she was going to her sister's wedding, so it's like, oh, if you didn't know that, I'm sorry I spoiled it. The movie's been out for like 21 years, so like I'm sorry, but like we're going to the sister's wedding, we're going here, we're doing this, let's go here, that, and third, and it was just to me it just felt really fast paced. Like usually I feel like we lag in a little bit. So from when like the male main character and the female main character meet, I feel like sometimes it takes a while for them to meet. It's maybe not in first, but like even that they don't know each other yet. So it's like they kind of like sometimes it takes a minute to like get to the point where they actually meet each other, or they're actually, talking, having a conversation, and getting to the point where they're actually like close and cool with each other. But in this movie, everything was just like this after this after this after this after this. It was like, I'm not mad at it. I loved it. I enjoyed every second of that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. But it just felt like really fast paced to me. That's the best way. It's just like, that's one thing I remember when I first watched it thinking. One thing that I remember thinking when I first watched it was that it was just very fast paced. Like it was like once the movie started, it was like, okay, go, 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 go. Nothing wrong with that. I think it depends on the movie, on how fast you want everything to go and the pace of everything. But overall, I mean, that's I wouldn't say it was in the bad part. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But it was like, wow. And then the movie over. No! But yeah, it was just like one of those, just like continue. Really good movie. Really great movie. Okay, so we're going to get into the next movie. So we have our next movie. Next movie we got Dirty Dancing. Okay. I love this movie so much. I've watched it multiple times and I don't quote it that much. It's not a highly quoted movie in my life. There's a few movies where I may quote on a regular. That's not one of the movies, but I do love this movie so much. I feel like for me, the reason why I love this movie is just because in the place of where I watched it and all that was going on, the time that I watched it, and to set the scene of like the first time when I really just like fell in love with the movie, I would say it was like in my living room, which is rare. I don't watch TV in my living room. TV, it was dark. It was nighttime. Like honestly, it was like 2, 3 in the morning. No, I think is the movie like 2 hours? I want to say the movie might be like 2 hours. Almost. And so it might have been like 12, 1, 2 in the morning. It was like morning. It was like early morning. Like it was actually around the time of my birthday when I was watching this. So it was like, I was just up, hanging out, chilling with myself. Just having a nice little grand old time. Because usually I'm like, if it's that time, which up, I personally have a tendency of staying up ever since I've been in college late. I might not go to bed till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I usually try to cut it off. Like once it's like 2 in the morning, I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed. But like I have had times, so I've gone to bed past 3, 4 in the morning. It's not my biggest, especially not even talking about my overnighters. Not even talking about it. But so I was up. So like I said, but like in those times where I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning, I'm usually in my room, chilling in my bed, typically on Instagram or something, unless I'm watching a TV show or movie. But this time I was in my living room, chilling. I think I had made a cake or something. Like it was just a nice chill night. And I kind of like, it's something about watching a movie at night specifically. When it's dark, there's no lights on except for the TV. The lights coming from the TV, and just like you have the best way to see the movie, and it's perfect. I don't know. It is amazing. It's just a great old time. I recommended it to anyone to watch a movie at nighttime versus the day, but sometimes you just have to watch it in the daytime because for whatever reason. But it's just so much fun to watch it at night. I was watching the movie, it was just like, I'm like, wow. And I'm like, man, I should probably go to bed soon. But I'm like, I wouldn't even care for real. I had to go out of town literally like the next morning. So I was like, really? I'm but tired. Maybe I should go to bed. But I was like, yeah, never mind. It's fine. I'll go to sleep on the way there. It's fine. I'll be fine. I didn't go up to my room until like 4 in the morning at that time. So it was just really fun. And I just remember just having this great experience of me just being up and just feeling free to like watch these movies, and I'm comfortable with my blanket at like 2, 3 in the morning watching my movie and all that stuff. That's not the only movie I had watched that night. I had watched like a few other movies prior to watching Dirty Dancing, but Dirty Dancing was the last one I watched. But it was just like so much fun, and I'm watching, I'm like, oh, again, another. Okay, I feel like I said originally, there's just not a lot of movies that have songs in them. But these last 3 movies, my first 3 picks are very, like, music is, though I feel like with the wedding date specifically, they're not like I don't know if somebody's like going out looking for the soundtrack of the wedding date. I might, but I don't know like the average Joe is going to go out and look for the wedding date soundtrack. But especially with Enchanted, with Dirty Dancing, those are very, well, I don't know how much people like looking up Enchanted either, but with Dirty Dancing for sure, that's like a very known and like talked about soundtrack. This specific first 3 movies, to me, the music, especially this one and Enchanted, music is a very big part of that. And like, because I mean, they're dancing. You need music. I mean, you don't need music to dance, but I mean, it's fun to have it. It's better to have music when you dance, in my opinion. But yeah, so it's like, this is another movie that's just like, music is another big part of the soundtrack of the movie that kind of makes the movie and helps, not that it makes the movie, I would say, but it just helps the movie along. I don't know if I would say this is one of my favorites, but it has just, in the one time when I watched this movie, and having that time where I just felt like so at peace and happy and joyful, and though I was up at 2, 3 in the morning watching this movie, it was just such a great time to me. On to the next movie. We have Starstruck. Again, another movie where there's music. He was a whole singer. Okay, I reject that last statement. Just forget that. Delete that last statement from your records and from your words, because it's kind of not fully true. Because like, it either could be me that I just like movies with music, or more movies have music in them than I recall, because it's the 4th movie, Starstruck. This is one of my top 5 favorite movies, I believe. I don't have a list. I'll get a list. Maybe we can talk about that another time. But it's probably one of my top 5 favorite movies. I love this movie so much. I will watch this when I'm sad. And I don't remember if this was a Disney original. I did not watch it when it came out because I was too young. So yeah, but like watching this movie and seeing the fact that this movie was like on Disney Channel, and that this is like one of the movies, I was like, how did I not know about this? This is such a good movie. Like, they don't, like, y'all talk about like High School Musical and like other stuff, and don't get me wrong, I love High School Musical and Camp Rock and all that stuff, but like Starstruck is such a phenomenal film. I love the movie. It just has a special place in my heart that will never not have a special place in my heart. I love this movie so much. It's so just like, I feel like for this movie, it's just like so out of what would actually happen to you, but in your mind, you're like, one time, maybe if I go California, I wanted to this super famous person, and they gonna take me around and hire me around and take me around California, and like and then I go back home and it should be like, why that happened? That's crazy. It's like for me, like I'm like, oh, that would be cool that happened. And I'm sure other people, I felt like, oh yeah, that could happen. But like, is it gonna happen? It could. It could happen. All things are possible. But is it going to happen? Probably not. Probably will not happen. But it's nice to have dreams. It's nice to have hopes and wishes for a time when you go out of town. Like, why not? I don't see a reason why you can't dream or wish for this thing to happen. There's no reason why you shouldn't. So, but it's like not possible. Not that it's not possible, but it's not likely to happen for the average person. But it is a nice thought. It is a nice thought that like I could go to California and go meet up with the person, not on purpose. Not on purpose, that they just run into me or hit me with their car door. Or no, hit me with a door, then a car door. And then, bippity boppity boom, I met this person and now we're friends. And he's flying back home, flying to my home to tell everybody that he lied. That was me talking about what the movie was. But yeah, again, music, again, soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack often. I love Hero. What other song? It's something about the sunshine. Something about the sunshine. What else is there? I forgot. Oh, great playlist. Great soundtrack. I love it so much. I still have like 6 more movies, so we're gonna go on to the next. Okay, so next movie we have... Can you see that? Okay. We have Too Fast, Too Furious. I love this movie more than I love Ice Cream and Cakey Cake. Fast and Furious is my second favorite franchise. The first being Marvel, which I have a Marvel movie in here that we will get to in a bit. I love that franchise so much. Yes. Has it gone off the rails? For absolutely sure. Without a doubt in my mind, did that go off the rails. They went to space. Without like... I'm sorry. Yeah, it went off the rails. Yes. You're sure. That's, yes, factual. No lies. You ain't never lied. Okay? But it is a great movie. Well, specifically Too Fast, Too Furious is my favorite. It's not the first Fast... I don't think that's the first Fast and Furious movie I watched. But I enjoyed it very much. I've heard like that Vin Diesel was originally supposed to be in it. But they couldn't figure something out so they got Tyrese in it instead. And I'm like, love Vin Diesel. This is your franchise for real, you know. You were Paul Walker. But I love Tyrese in it. I love the adding of his character in the franchise, because then it gave Brian's a little bit more background into his character, because I feel like with him we knew a lot about Dom and Mia and a little bit about their past and their family and all that stuff. With Brian, we didn't know much. We know little to nothing about his background and like his childhood, and we know that he was a cop turned not cop after, you know, he fell in love, and then yeah, all that stuff, and he met Dom, he became, yeah, all that stuff happened. So yeah, like it is it is, they did go up rails, but like I said, Too Fast, Too Furious is my favorite. It's my favorite out of the franchise. Are there other ones? Hey, I enjoyed the last one. It was really good to me. I saw it in theaters once. I would have gone multiple times. I loved it. 10 out of 10. We'll watch it again. I'm excited for their new movie coming out. I'm a bit confused by, you know, some of the saying like, oh yeah, we need to get Brian and Dom back together. And I'm like, how? CGI. AI. How? I don't really know how. But I'm here for it. I'm here for you. I'm here for it. 100%. No question in my mind. I'm here for it. Okay. We're going to get on to the next movie. Okay, Okay, for our next movie, we had this one, this special one right here, which is Pride and Prejudice. I love Pride and Prejudice. It is one of my favorite films. Somewhere in my top 10. Somewhere, probably. I love this film so much. Everybody talks about, when Mr. Darcy walked up in the fog. I love the rain scene specifically. I don't know. That was my favorite. Anyways, the first time I watched this film, I was not fully watching it. I was kind of on my phone, being like out of focus of the movie. But the next time I watched it, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch it again because I didn't really give it the attention that I should. And so I watched it again on New Year's Eve, actually, of the end of the year, of this past New Year's Eve, right before I spent my time with God. Coming into the year, I watched the movie. I was very consumed with this movie. Like, it pulled me in and did not let me go at any part of that 2 hours, besides the little time when it had like a 2-minute commercial. And I was like, oh, there's things around. But again, I watched this movie in the dark. I was watching in my room. It was completely dark. In my room, it was like perfect. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a really good movie. Like, I understand why people rave about it, why people talk about it. We're like, oh my gosh, that's such a good movie. And before, I was just like, I mean, it's good, but like, what do I care about this movie? But I watched it and I was like, beautiful. Let me get 20 of them. Let me watch it again. It was great. Like, I could just sit and watch it. It's that good. I can't think of any standout music in my movie specifically, besides when Mary will like play her piano. But like, other than that, I don't hear like music. I don't think. We have 4 more movies left, but we're gonna speed through these because we gotta end them. So we'll go to the next movie. The next movie is this absolute beauty, and that is Divergent. I love all of them. I love all 3 movies. This is my set of all 3 movies. Each and every single one of them has a special place in my heart, but I am partial to the very first one. It's the first one. Sometimes the first one is typically the best. Does not saying that I won't watch all 3 movies in a row, but it is amazing. The first time when I truly watched, I think it's always, I can sometimes just remember my first time of truly watching a movie. Like, I may watch it, but I didn't really like pay attention to it. So it's like fun to like go back and pay attention to the movie. And the first time I watched and paid attention to this movie was, I had watched it. It was on Amazon Prime. Again, Amazon Prime, shout out. I had watched it on there and I was just like watching it on my computer and I was like, dang, like this is like good. It's just like, it's really good. It's funny. I enjoy it. I'm laughing. You got Ford trying to be like scary, but in reality, not. Well, he has his times.
What makes you think you can talk to me?
But like, come on now. He's not really that scary. But it's just like, I don't have much to say about it. Then it's a really good movie. Watch it if you must. Like I said, I'm partial to the first one, but all 3 are great movies. I still hate because they left the third one off on a light cliffhanger, and I'm like, all y'all gotta do is fill in that cliffhanger and we could be all happy. We're gonna be happy regardless, but y'all could have filled in the cliffhanger. I'm like, what was that? I haven't read this is like a book originally, and I have not read the books. I've heard that it's much different than the movies, so I don't know if I will, but still a really good movie. We're gonna go to the next movie. Next, second to final movie, we have Cheaper by the Dozen. I love this movie. I have claimed this movie as my Thanksgiving Eve movie. I'm pretty sure it was like Thanksgiving Eve movie. I watched this last Thanksgiving Eve, and I was like, dang, that's a really good movie. I watched this movie when I was younger. So I've seen it a few times since growing up, but like I kind of watched, I think I chose Yours, Mine, and Ours. I watched that more as I got older into my teenage years, and I did watch Cheaper by the Dozen. But since I had recently started watching Smallville, I was like, let's go see Tom Welling and something else. So I was like, let's watch Cheaper by the Dozen. And so I watched Cheaper by the Dozen. I've watched it before this. I had gotten my nephew to watch it, and he kind of liked it. He liked it, but like he didn't really pay that much attention to it. But I watched it on Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm like, this is just like a really good movie to watch during Thanksgiving. This was like my Thanksgiving Eve movie, and I'm like, I could watch this during this time and just a great old time watching it. And now that's my Thanksgiving Eve movie. I don't have much to say about this movie. It's a good movie. There's a second one. Again, I'm partial to the first. I don't know what it is. Sometimes the first is better. What can I say? But it's a really good movie. No complaints about it. It's just like a good... Honestly, I watched this... Last time I watched this movie. But when I watched it on Thanksgiving Eve, I cried. Because I was like, oh, they had to go find him, and he felt like he wasn't what. If you watch it, you'll understand the heart. I'm talking about it, but like, you know, he left from their home. I forgot where. I think it was like in Chicago. They moved to, and they were all sad, and he was all sad, and so he tried to leave and run away, and I'm over here crying like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. So it's made me cry before, but you know, that's okay. Not really, but it's okay. So yeah, that's generally a really good movie. I love it. Again, it's a childhood movie, but like as I got older, I liked it more. Which I found that it's a lot with a few movies. But yeah, we have our final one for today, which is really, this final one for today is really special to me. And that is Captain America, The Winter Soldier. This is my favorite franchise of all time. I love Marvel movies. I haven't seen all Marvel movies, but like all Avenger movies, yes. All Iron Man movies, all Captain America movies, Spider-Man. Like, I have all the Spider-Mans, besides the new one that has not come out yet, of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I have all of his movies on DVD currently. I want to get the third one. The fourth one? That's the fourth movie. I have like 3 of them. But yeah, it's generally such a good movie. I've watched so many different, you know, and like I watched Fantastic Four, the new one, and the old one, Thunderbolts. It's a really good movie. I love it so much. I do not remember for sure, but I'm like 95% sure that this is like my first Marvel movie that got me into watching Marvel movies. I feel like it was either this movie, the first Captain America, the first Avenger. What's that movie called? Captain America, The First Soldier, something like that. Whatever the first Captain America movie is. I think either this movie or that movie. But I'm pretty sure it might be this one that I saw was like my first movie. I love them so much. I love it so much. I watched it multiple times. I could watch it 1,000 times and never get bored of it. I'm partial to Marvel. What can I say? I love it so much. What to do? No standout music in this one either. Just great acting. I'm thinking about this movie. It's just really good. I wish I got more words to say, but besides, oh, it's just such a good movie. But it is. It's a classic, and it's very, like, it just gives more of a like understanding. We can see like, you know, who Bucky is, and we'll find Bucky again, I guess, and it's watching the dynamic between, you know, then also we meet Sam for the first time, and so we meet all everybody. Good movie. We're seeing Cap being kind of the enemy, but like that was just because they were Hydra. So, you know, great movie, great scenes. Watching the movie and hearing, like, honestly, also that Cap's fight, Steve and Bucky's fight in there when they see each other for the first time. It's such a good fight, and to me, one of the best, top 5 for sure of the best fights in Marvel history. It's so good. I'm pretty sure like Sebastian Stan and Chris Evans were the people that actually did it, and they didn't have like somebody else do it, like stunt doubles do it. So it makes it even better. But it's such a great film, great fight scene, great fight scenes in general. But yeah, really good movie. I will watch it forever. I could watch it multiple times in a row. So yeah. Okay, so we are at the end of me talking about my movies. I hope you have enjoyed this video of me talking about movies. I've enjoyed talking about my movies. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna pray that you can get out of here and have a great old day. So dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for you. Thank you for pray for the person on the other side of the screen. Pray that they're blessed and that they will see you in today, and that they just grow in grace and knowledge of you, and help them just to see you for who you are. I thank you for everything you've done for us. We love you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, so like I said, we're done. Bring it out of here. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in 2 weeks with our next video. I love you. God loves you. I will see you later. Peace out. I'll see you later. I love you. Bye. Bye.